Om Shanti. 23rd June 2020, Babdada's Sakar Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, the Father has come to make you into pure, fragrant flowers with knowledge. Neither should you become a thorn, nor should you bring thorns into this gathering. Question. What is the sign of children who make effort to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance? Answer. The children who make effort to stay in remembrance remain very happy. It remains in their intellects that they are now to return home and then go to the garden of fragrant flowers. They become fragrant and also make others the same by staying on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Om Shanti. The master of the garden is sitting here, the gardener is here, and you flowers are also here. This is something new. If a new person were to hear this, he would wonder what we were talking about. What is this master of the garden, flowers, etc.? They have never heard of such things in the scriptures. You children now know and also remember the master of the garden and the boatman. He has now come here in order to take you across. The Father says, stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Check yourself to see how far you have come and to what extent you have reached your Satopradhan stage. The more Satopradhan your stage becomes, the more you will be aware that you are now to return home. How far you have reached all depends on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Your happiness will also continue to remain high. The more effort you make, the greater the happiness you will experience. During the days of their examinations, the student understands with how many marks they are going to pass. It is the same here. Each of you children knows yourself as to how fragrant you have become and how fragrant you are making others. It is remembered that this is a forest of thorns and that is a garden of flowers. Muslims also speak of the garden of Allah. They believe that there is a garden there and that whoever goes there receives a flower from God. He fulfills the desires of your mind. It isn't that he picks the flowers and gives that, but he gives a vision of whatever is in someone's intellect. Nothing here is based on visions. On the path of devotion, they would even cut their own throats to have a vision. Meera had a vision, and so there is so much respect for her. That is the path of devotion. Devotion has to continue for half the cycle. There is no knowledge at that time. There is a great deal of respect for the Vedas, etc. They say that the Vedas are their life. You now understand that all the Vedas and scriptures, etc. are for the path of devotion. There is so much expansion of devotion. That tree is huge. Knowledge is the seed. You are now becoming pure and clean with knowledge. You are becoming fragrant. This is your garden. No one here would be called a thorn, because no one here indulges in vice. So, it would be said that there isn't a single thorn in the garden. Thorns are in the Iron Age. This is now the auspicious confluence age. How could there be thorns here? If there are any thorns sitting here, they are bringing a loss of themselves, because this is the court of Indra. The angels of knowledge are sitting here. They are the angels who perform the dance of the knowledge. The names of the main angels, gems, are mentioned. They are remembered as the 9 jewels. However, no one knows who they are. The Father simply says, remember me. You children now have this understanding in your intellects. You also have the cycle of 84 births in your intellects. In the scriptures, they have mentioned 8.4 million births. The Father has explained to you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, that you have taken 84 births. Now become Sato Pradhan from Tamo Pradhan. It is so easy. God speaks to you children. Constantly remember me alone. In order for you children to become fragrant flowers, consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. Don't become thorns. Here, all are very sweet flowers, not thorns. Yes, storms of Maya will come. Maya is so strong that she can very quickly trap you. Then you would have to repent for what you did. Everything you had earned would then be lost. This is a garden. In a garden there are very good flowers. In this garden too, some are becoming first-class flowers, just like the very good flowers in the Mughal garden. Everyone goes there to see them. No one would come here to see you. Why would they come to show their faces to you thorns? It is remembered that God washes the dirty clothes. Baba used to memorize the scriptures, etc. He also used to recite the scriptures continuously. From the age of 8, he would wear a turban on his head and stay in a Sikh temple, Gurudwara. He used to be fully in charge of looking after the temple. You now understand the meaning of washing the dirty clothes. All the praise belongs to Baba alone. The Father now sits here and explains to you children. He tells you children to bring very good flowers here. Those who bring very good flowers would be considered to be good flowers themselves. All of you say that you will become Sri Lakshmi or Narayan. Therefore, that means you are roses. So the Father says, Acha, may you have a rose in your mouth. May it come true. Therefore, now make effort to become a constant rose. There are many children, many subjects are being created. There are the king, queen and subjects there. There are no advisors in the golden age because the kings have that power themselves. They don't need to seek advice from the advisor, etc. Otherwise, the advisor would be considered to be greater than the king. Their gods and goddesses don't need to take advice. Advisor, etc. exist when people have become impure. This only applies to Bharat. There is no other land where kings bow down to kings. It is shown here that those on the path of knowledge are worthy of being worshipped, and that those on the path of ignorance are worshippers. Those are double crowned, and these are ones with single crowns. No other land is as pure as Bharat was. It is used to be paradise, heaven. You are studying to go there. You now have to become flowers. The master of the garden has come. The gardener is also here. Gardeners are number wise. You children also understand that this is a garden in which there can be no thorns. Thorns cause you sorrow. The Father wouldn't cause anyone's sorrow. He is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. Baba is so sweet. You children have love for the Father. The Father also has love for you children, does he not? This is a study. The Father says, I teach you in a practical way. This one too is a studying. Study and then teach others so that they too can change from thorns into flowers. It was because you children became great donors at the time that Bharat is remembered as a great donor. You donate imperishable jewels of knowledge. Baba has explained that you souls are Roop and Basant, embodiment of Yoga who shower jewels of knowledge. Baba too is Roop and Basant. He has all the knowledge. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is the ocean of knowledge. He is the authority. It is because the one Father is the ocean of knowledge that it is said, if you turned all the oceans into ink, not all the knowledge could be written down. Liberation in life in a second is also remembered. You don't have any scriptures, etc. When people go to hear a Pandit speak, they believe that is a very learned authority. He would have learned all the Vedas and scriptures by heart. So he carries those sanskars with him and then begins to study them at a young age. You don't carry the sanskar with you, you carry the result of your study. When you study, your study comes to an end, the results will be announced and you will claim your status. You won't take this knowledge with you that you could relate it to anyone there. Here, this is your study. You receive the reward of this in the new world. The Father has explained to you children that Maya is no less powerful. Maya has the power to lead you into degradation and you therefore would not praise her. She is powerful in causing sorrow, is she not? The Father is powerful in giving happiness. This is why he is praised. This drama is predestined. You experience happiness and you also experience sorrow. You should understand who becomes victorious and who is defeated. The Father comes in Bharat and his birthday is celebrated in Bharat. No one knows when Shiv Baba came or what he did when he came. All name and trace of that has been lost. The name of Krishna, the child, was inserted. In fact, the praise of the beloved Father is separate from the praise of Krishna. That one is incorporeal and this one is corporeal. Krishna is praised as being full of all virtues. You wouldn't praise Shiv Baba in the same way. Someone who has virtues would also have defects. This is why the Father's praise is distinct from the praise of anyone else. The Father is called the immortal image. We too are immortal images. Souls cannot experience death. This is the throne of the immortal soul. Our Baba is the immortal image. It is the body that dies. The immortal image is invoked to come here. He isn't invoked in the golden age because there is happiness and only happiness there. This is why it is remembered that everyone remembers God during the time of sorrow and that no one remembers him during the time of happiness. There is now so much sorrow in the kingdom of Ravan. The Father is making you into the masters of heaven. Then no one will call out for half a cycle. A physical father decorates his child, gives him his inheritance and retires. He gives everything to his children and says, we are now going to the satsang, a spiritual gathering. Just continue to send us something to eat. That Baba would not say this. That one says, sweetest children, I will give you the sovereignty of the world and then retire. I wouldn't say, send me something to eat. It is the duty of physical children to look after their physical parents. Where else would they obtain something to eat? This Father says, I am the altruistic server. No human being can be altruistic. They would starve to death. I will not starve to death. I am beyond experiencing the fruit of anything. I give you children sovereignty over the world and then go and rest. My part comes to an end. It then starts again on the path of devotion. This drama is predestined. The Father sits here and explains its secrets to you. In fact, your paths are the longest. Therefore, you should receive a prize. While I am resting, you become the masters of Brahman and also the master of the world. Your names become great. Only you know the secrets of this drama. You are flowers of knowledge. Not a single person in the world outside is this. There is the difference of day and night. They are in the night and you are going into the day. Nowadays they have tree planting ceremonies. God is now planting and sampling of the human tree. Look at the wonder the Father performs. He changes human beings into deities, beggars into princes. You have now come to make a bargain with the unlimited Father. You say, Baba, change me from a beggar to a prince. Shiv Baba says, this one is a very good customer. You also called him the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. There is no other donation like this one. He is the bestower of happiness. The Father says, I also give you happiness on the path of devotion. Vision, etc. are fixed in the drama. The Father now sits here and explains all that he does. As you make further progress, he will continue to explain more. By the end, you will reach your number-wise karmatita stage. Even though all of this is fixed in the drama, you are still inspired to make effort. Remember the Father, there truly is to be the Mahabharat war. Everyone will die. Then only you people of Bharat will remain here and rule the world. The Father has now come to teach you. He alone is the ocean of knowledge. This is a play. There should be no confusion about this. Maya will bring storms. The Father explains, don't be afraid of them. Many dirty thoughts will come. That too happens when you are adopted by Baba. Until you are adopted, Maya doesn't battle with you as much. Storms come after you are adopted. This is why the Father says, be careful about who has adopted you. If someone is weak, he would end up as a subject. It is a good to claim a royal status. Otherwise, you would have to become a mate or a servant. The Sun dynasty and Moon dynasty kingdoms are now being established. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children in return to the spiritual father says good morning, namaste, namaste, namaste. Essence for dharana. Point number 1. Become Rup and Basant. Donate the imperishable jewels of knowledge and thereby become a great donor. Teach others this is study of yours. Point number 2. Don't be afraid or confused about anything. Take care of yourself and ask yourself what type of flower you are. Check that there isn't any bad odor in you. Blessing. May you be filled with 3 attainments and donate new life to souls who are seated on a pyre of hopelessness. May you be filled with the 3 attainments and donate new life to souls who are seated on a pyre of hopelessness. At the confluence age, all the children receive from the Father the 3 blessings of being ever healthy, wealthy and happy. The children who remain constantly filled with these 3 attainments are seen with their happy, fortunate and cheerful faces. People who see them receive zeal and enthusiasm to live because at the moment, although they are alive, they are seated on a pyre of hopelessness. Now, restore life to those souls who have died. Give them a donation of new life. Let there constantly be the awareness of these 3 attainments as your birthright. Doubly underline all these 3 attainments. Slogan. Perform actions while detached and having all rights. This is the stage of being free from bondage. Perform actions while detached and having all rights. This is the stage of being free from bondage. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.